Hey folks, Jax the Bearded Hiker here. Today we're going to be cooking up one of my most favorite recipes in the Instant Pot, and that is beef tips. Now you don't have to own an Instant Pot in order to do this recipe. You can use any other pressure cooker that you have on hand. I have no doubt that you guys are going to love this. Alright, enough babble, let's get started with this. So let's go over the ingredient list first, and as always, you can go to my blog and get a printable version of this recipe at thebeardedhiker.com. Okay, so starting off, we have 1 onion, we have 1 bell pepper. Any color bell pepper will do. I just like using red because it's pretty. I got a 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder in there. I got a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, S&P. I have 2 teaspoons of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. We have 2 large cloves of garlic, minced, and we also have 3 tablespoons of white all-purpose flour, some oil. You're going to need 2 pounds of sirloin or a good quality stew meat. And lastly, guys, you're going to need 1 can of beef consommé. Now, we may not use the whole can. I'll measure it out and tell you what that will be. And lastly, guys, we're going to need about 1/4 cup of a red wine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. So the first thing we're going to do is open up our bag here, and we're going to add all of the dry ingredients. All right. All right, we'll move this over here, and we're just going to seal this up. This is a gallon Ziploc bag, and we're just going to kind of shake all this about and get this meat coated well. So we got all of our meat coated here, and as you can see, there's not a lot of flour or anything left over in this bag. All right, so now we're going to get our Instant Pot out and set it on the saute setting and start browning this meat up. So before we get started, pro tip here, guys, make sure that you heat up your Instant Pot first before adding the oil. It'll help with non-stick because this is stainless steel. With a lot of other pressure cookers, you don't have to worry about that, but with the Instant Pot, you do. All right, we're going to go ahead and add in about 2 tablespoons or so of oil. We may have to add some later, and we're going to go ahead and add in our meat. Make sure you don't overcrowd your meat, guys. Do it in batches. So we'll go ahead and removing the rest of this meat. We've browned up all of it. Now we're about ready to throw in these vegetables. So now we're going to go ahead and add in about 1 tablespoon of butter. Throw in our vegetables here. So we're just going to saute these up for a bit. So we're sweated just, I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes there. And now we're going to go ahead and add in our garlic. And we're going to saute that up in for about another 2 minutes. So it's been about 2 minutes. Now we're going to go in and deglaze with our consommé. And now that was 1 cup of consommé that we put in there. And we're going in with 1/4 cup of red wine. Okay, if you're not into cooking with red wine, then you're going to want to go ahead and use that entire can of consommé. If you're going to use wine, it would be 1 cup of consommé and 1/4 cup of red wine. So make sure that we deglaze with that and get all those bits and pieces or croûte off the bottom. And you can feel it with your spoon. All right, so we've got that deglazed. Now we're going to go ahead and add back in our meat. All the liquid and everything that was drained that came off that meat, go ahead and add that back in as well. So we're going to go ahead and give it a good stir. Just incorporate that meat all in there. That looks good to me. Okay. So now we put the lid on it. We're going to pressure it on high for 25 minutes and let the pressure come down naturally. So we just took the lid off this bad boy and it came out perfect. Now, this is the point where if you don't like the thickness of your liquid, you could just put this thing back on saute and thicken it a little bit, but I think it came out perfect. So we're just gonna give it a little sample here, and look, so you can see how tender this stuff is, guys. It's just kind of falling apart there. Anyway, let's give it a taste. It's gonna be hot, so here, firm bark it just like I normally do. It's delicious, just like it always is. Perfectly spiced. I don't need to add anything. All right, guys. Pressure cooker or instant pot beef tips in your Instant Pot or pressure cooker. Do it.